Hot 100.5 hits of the 80s, 90s, 2000s. Alix here. So we've got our good news lined up. Delving into the community, finding the good that's out there. And I got a good one. We've got Easter on the way. And Frances Hall, her son Zach, started something in his neighborhood. And now it's pretty much gone throughout the community of Winnipeg. An Easter egg hunt, huh? What's this all about? We'll share it with you in the good news coming up as we talk to Frances.
The good news with Alix Michaels.
You know, what Frances is doing is the perfect example of how a community can come together. We've got Easter on the way. Frances, did you notice it kind of snuck up this year, Easter?
It did. It really did.
Well, Frances Hall, first of all, before we get into it, thanks for spreading some joy and some positiveness for the city and the community with your little Easter egg hunt.
Well, you're welcome. It was my son's idea.
Well, let's talk about that because you've been doing it for a little bit, but it started with your son, Zach, asking you something.
I don't know how they got around to the conversation, but it was still during remote learning.
Okay.
And they were talking about how there are some families out there that will not be able to afford Easter. You know, the parents won't be able to afford treats, and the Easter Bunny might not be able to provide too much for some kids. And of course, my son, biggest heart of gold, always thinking of everyone else except himself, came to me and he's like, Mom, is there something we can do to at least try and give these kids something? And I'm like, well, I don't know. What do you maybe have in mind? He's like, well, we have a ton of those Easter eggs from previous years. Can we put toys and like little games, like little puzzles and stuff in them and hide them around the neighborhood? And we'll just make a mention on some of the community pages. These eggs are hiding. Go and find them. I'm like, yeah, we can do that. And that's how it pretty much started.
Oh, and it became such a big deal in your neighborhood that Zach came around again, huh, to expand? My
son was like, well, we just hid eggs around the neighborhood. Can we make more? And when you have to go, like, shopping, can we hide some outside the shopping center or outside the doctor's office or outside the dentist office? Yes, we can. And then it got bigger. One of my employers found out I was doing it, and they're like, well, why don't you, on your lunch break, go hide eggs outside the building? We'll help you keep an eye on them, because if I find that some eggs haven't been found, I go back out and recollect them, or I'll push to get them found.
Right. Yeah. Well, because that's the goal, right? To get them found.
Yeah, that's how it really started to spread. And of course, word got out on Facebook. I was encouraged to start the page just so people had a central place to go to check for the clues. And that's when other people started reaching out, asking if they could hide too. I'm like, yeah. And it took off. Well, of course it's going to take off. We're a city full of very kind, wonderful people that want to bring joy to others, or share in the joy, right? So
your page, it's Wpg Easter Egg Hunt, and you're almost close to 900 members.
It's growing significantly fast.
And then you even put out some special golden eggs, you call them.
Yes, I do work in a few tip-based jobs. And once in a while, I'll take like a handful of my tips, stuff an egg full of that, and go and hide it, which is an awesome treasure.
I love it.
And I think that's one of the more popular ones. And people will go out and go looking for it. Usually it's a kid or a parent and their kid, or, that'll find it. But people are excited about it. And I'm reading there's others starting to make golden eggs as well. And they're putting gift certificates in.
Oh, nice.
Or, one person said she had an extra $20 and she really felt she could make someone's day by making a golden egg herself. And she went and found it. And within 40 minutes, actually, someone who was a little bit down on their luck actually found that $20 and was like, I went and bought groceries. It was great.
Oh,
and
my
of course,
goodness.
I'm reading it, and I reached out to the person who hid it. I'm like, did you see someone found your egg? Way to go. Great job,
Amazing. And it just started with Zach asking, Mom, can we help out the neighborhood? And now the whole community getting involved. So, Frances, thanks for what you do. And again, more details on your Facebook page, Wpg Easter Egg Hunt.
The page with all the eggs on it.
It's egg page.
It's an egg page.
Well, Frances, thanks again, and happy Easter.
You as well. Happy Easter, Alix.
The Alix Michaels Show, powered by